Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our coverage of the ongoing civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia. And as you can see on my map, I have areas of control of the Abiy Loyalists, the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, the federal forces. Those forces control the areas in red to include Amhara regional forces as well. The areas in yellow on the map are controlled by the Oromo Liberation Army. And areas to the north, obviously the Tigray region, those areas in the green are controlled by the Tigray Defense Forces. Areas in the gray are more or less Amhara militia units that control or attempt to control the western portions of Tigray, and then obviously the blue forces of the Eritrean army. But what I wanted to focus on today is the ongoing efforts by the Oromo Liberation Army to continue to take territory and circumvent and envelop the capital, Addis Ababa, also known as Finfinne. Again, we continue to see the OLA, the Oromo Liberation Army, have great success in controlling both towns, cities, and land in Western Oromia. Furthermore, we're continuing to see the Oromo Liberation Army have success in the southern Oromia region as well, especially areas closer to the border with Kenya. We have continued to see ENDF or Abiy Loyalist forces, especially those regional forces that once were loyal to Abiy Ahmed, who are designated as Ethiopian National Defense Forces or forces loyal to the Prosperity Party or the federal government, continue to come over to the side of the Oromo Liberation Army. And we've continued to see both ENDF and Abiy Loyalists basically quit the Abiy Loyalist cause and go over to the side of the Oromo Liberation Army. And we have seen that repeatedly in both the southeastern Oromia region and to a greater extent in western Oromia as well. Obviously, the OLA controls more territory and more towns to the west of Addis Ababa, but continues to control wide areas both to the south as well. And we have heard recently about a ongoing operation by Abiy Loyalists, specifically directed against the Oromo Liberation Army. And these statements have come out of the Abiy Loyalist camp, indicating that a major operation has been occurring for the last 2, 3, 4 days against the Oromo Liberation Army. We here at MFAM believe this is more or less a political posturing to the supporters of the Abiy Loyalists located predominantly in Addis Ababa and obviously further up north in the Amhara region. But again, this is posturing designed to make those supporters believe that there is a renewed uptick in military operations, a renewed uptick in successful military operations against the Oromo Liberation Army. Now, unfortunately for those Abiy Loyalists and the ENDF, the Amhara regional militias, it sounds like this is more or less a verbal posturing, and in fact, the success is very marginal on the ground by those Abiy Loyalist formations against the Oromo Liberation Army. We have continued to receive video evidence that indicates the Abiy Loyalist formations are having a serious tough go against the Oromo Liberation Army, and we've continued to receive reports and evidence that indicates that we're seeing continued defections by Oromo regional forces, Oromo ethnic units that may be part of either the federal police or regular ENDF Abiy Loyalist formations that, again, are defecting and coming over to the side of the Oromo Liberation Army. We continue to see some very brief contact engagements between the OLA and the ENDF, in which we quickly see those ENDF forces evaporate and either surrender, flee, or outright defect with its weapon systems to the Oromo Liberation Army. But again, we are hearing the messaging from the Abiy loyalists that indicate, yes, there is some sort of offensive operation underway. Again, the rhetoric it sounds much greater than the actual success on the ground in terms of what is happening and how successful those ENDF or those Abiy loyalist formations are having against the OLA at this point. But again, we continue to see the OLA advance, take territory, and we're watching again the area within the vicinity of Ambo. We estimate that we could see a direct assault on Ambo and Ambo Fall within the coming days or weeks, again, to the Oromo Liberation Army. And again, that puts the OLA that much closer towards a possible operation directly on Addis Ababa, again, also known as Fenfene for the OLA population. But again, that's kind of where we sit right now. We will continue to watch, monitor, and report as we get information. But again, that is the report for today. More very, very soon to come. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us.